Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome back to iRacing for another video. It is March the 29th, it is Wednesday. Do you know what that means? It means we finally have dirt in iRacing. Arguably the most anticipated release in sim racing this year so far. Now I personally have been quite looking forward to dirt in iRacing because I've been getting into Oval recently, and with that I've been sort of exploring more of how people progress in Oval in the real world and what series run, you know, what is Oval comprised of. And I had the fortune of sitting down with Oscar, and I think it was my friend Nick as well on TeamSpeak recently. We watched a truck race Eldora, and I thought it was fantastic. I really enjoyed watching it. So since then I've been really keen to get my hands and sort of get out there and drive for myself. What I'm going to be driving in this video is the Dirt Street Stock in Rookie White, as you can see here. It looks a bit different from your normal Street Stock. It looks a bit nicer actually, if you ask me. I think the bodywork is a bit cooler. And of course you can see their big dirt tyres which help us cut through the mud around here. So full disclosure, I've driven a little bit of this before, so I'm sort of semi up to speed, but I've only driven about 10 minutes or so just to get used to how the dirt handles, just get an idea so I can talk about it a bit easier. So enough waiting, we've waited enough, let's get out there and drive. Something that I forgot to mention is that we are the U.S.A. International Speedway, well the dirt version of it anyway. This is actually a really cool combination. Now my Oval videos that I sort of started recently, we drove here first in the Street Stock on the tarmac version of course, so it's pretty cool to come and do it on the dirt version now and see the similarities. First of all, I really like the cockpit in this, really a lot nicer as I just pull away in the first gear, and we pull up onto the Oval in dirt. We'll make our way up into third gear, a little bit of a slide already, and then we'll go to fourth and let it rip down the straight. And I'm going to show you why dirt is so cool in iRacing. A little bit of brakes, in you go. Let it slide around, get on the throttle, control it, on the throttle, full throttle, let it slide. This is so cool. We'll try and do a couple of good laps, I say. I'm having to concentrate a bit because this is a bit foreign to me, of course. I've got a little bit of dirt experience in terms of rallying and rallycross in sims, but nothing like this. This is all new to me. My lines probably suck, but I'm out here having fun, which is all that matters right now. Tried not using the brakes around here, but I'm enjoying the brakes more. Seem to work a bit better for me. Sort of working a middle line at the moment as we sort of try and run it up to the wall. There you go, not too bad. And then throw it in, bit of a brake to convince it to turn. Oh, I see the mirror there, almost touching the wall there. Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift style. And it's very satisfying just getting this car turned in, because I'm used to in iRacing, of course, I'm sure a lot of you are. A slide like this in iRacing on the road tyre, just imagine just imagine how the tyres would feel after this. But of course these tyres are made to do this. We aren't on tarmac, so we aren't creating that massive friction on the tyres. We're on dirt, which is sort of getting out of the way and being processed by those off-road tyres. And I have to say, I was really nervous about the dirt release for a couple of reasons. First of all, I thought that I just wouldn't be able to drive it. I thought that I would suck because again, Oval racing is sort of not new to me, but I'm still learning at the moment. And then combined with this, which is going to be competitive racing on a dirt oval circuit, it's a little bit intimidating. I was also worried that it was going to suck. And I almost thought it did for a second, because I booted up the game earlier, didn't realise that I had to pick a specific car. Drove a super late model around here, and I obviously couldn't drive in a straight line because I'm on slick tyres. I was like, ow! I got really salty for a minute, then realised my mistake. But I'm really glad that I stuck with it and then got into this Street Stop, because it's just an absolute blast just to back into these corners. You see my throttle input down below, 100% pretty much. Not much power in this thing, so you haven't got to worry too much about the rear end escaping from you. And I'm sure at some point I'll be trying the sprint cars, so you'll see me flounder around in those. There's a big blob of dirt there right in my eye line. It's got to tear off the sign to a button here. But this is a fantastic car for a beginner, because again, I've only driven for about 10 minutes or so before doing this video. Oh, almost touching the wall again there, watch that mirror. But no, I'm up to sort of this level of competence already. You know, you might say, well Jimmy, your lines aren't consistent. Yeah, they're not too consistent at the moment. I'm trying to run like a middle line for the most part, but yeah, nice on the exit there. I'm going to try not braking now, see what happens there. So not brake, really pitch the car in that side. Okay. It's faster initially, but I feel like you scrub off a lot of speed when you're sliding the last part of the corner. Our best lap so far is a 26.4, so again I have to train myself not to hit the brake there. Scandi flick in there, that rally experience coming into into play, it seems. Not too bad on the exit. What's that time going to be? I'll have a look when I get through T1. I'll look now because I'm stupid. 26.7, so maybe it is quicker to brake. I'm not sure yet. Touch the wall there. And the thing I like about these dirt cars is they can take a little bit of a beating. You can do that a couple of times and it won't be the end of your race. I know that iRacing have some interesting rules coming up, I think, with dirt racing, where they're changing the 4x, I think, to a 2x because contact will happen in dirt racing. I don't really agree with that that line of thinking, but I can sort of see why they did it. It also means that, again, these cars are a bit more robust. You can get away with a lot more, which is good because people will crash these things. Again, I don't claim to be any sort of professional at driving this sort of car on this sort of circuit, but it does demand a certain level of throttle control and sort of reaction to the steering. And on that, force feedback. Force feedback isn't something you really expect to be too strong on dirt anyway, especially to have a nice slide to it. You can see I've actually turned my force feedback down because I prefer it a bit lower actually in this car. But it's enough. You feel the weight of the car, you feel what the car is doing when you're going through the corner, which is really important. You feel about if you're about to slide, you feel if you've over-rotated a little bit too much there, but you can correct that nice and easy. It can be nice and smooth. And the majority of the steering in this car is done on the brake and on the throttle. The steering is just sort of there as an afterthought, really. I remember having Oscar tell me, Oscar being having approximate knowledge in all forms of motorsport, telling me that the sprint car, the 410 sprint car I think it was, ideally you don't want to move the wheel when you're doing a lap. You want to just keep it floored and do all the steering on the throttle, which I think is fantastic. I really love to learn to do that, and hopefully iRacing can deliver there. So we are still currently in downtime, which is why I'm not really doing a race right now, but I wouldn't feel confident doing a race just yet. I'd like a bit more practice, but initial thoughts is that I'm very impressed. You know, I've been an iRacing critic in the past when it comes to some of the road stuff, which I haven't really touched recently, so I can't really give you an update on that. But this dirt content, again, having driven stuff like Richard Burns, having driven Dirt Rally quite a lot, the feel is up there. I mean, again, the force feedback is a very strange sort of force feedback. You're used to very detailed, god damn it, Dirt, used to very detailed force feedback on road racing, of course, but that doesn't really exist on the dirt. The steering is there just to measure the weight of the car, and like I said, sort of get an idea for when the car is doing negative things. And you can see I'm still doing consistent, decent times. I'm finding a line I'm liking right now. Something I'll be interested to see once we get a lot of cars on the circuit is just how the lines sort of form up. Well, I'm not sure if you're seeing that, maybe a little bit of a lighter patch where I'm sort of throwing the car through lap after lap. Let's have a look on the straight, shall we? So I sort of come up here, we'll look into T1, I go to the outside here. I think there's definitely something there, is something definitely developing, I think. I'm not sure that's just me. That's really cool to see it develop that quickly. And over the course of the race, I'll be really interested to see that happen. But guys, my advice to you, if you have iRacing and you're sort of interested in the dirt content, is go out there and drive this combination first, because it is free. You need a subscription to iRacing, of course, but this is free, and it gives you an idea of what to expect for dirt in the future. Now, I think that I'll be investing in some more dirt stuff after this, because of just how much fun I'm having. Just throwing this thing in lap after that. Don't touch the wall! Okay, good. Almost left a little bit of paint there, a little bit of white rookie paint. But go test it first, see what you make of it, and see if see if it's up your alley, because it isn't for everyone. But I love stuff like this, so I'll definitely be investing some more time and money into this, I think. But yeah. Awesome. So guys, I'll leave it there for now. Initial impressions are very good of iRacing Dirt. I have nothing else to say, really. I'm very impressed by what they've done so far. It's really cool watching these replays back, just watching the sideways action there of the street stock. Whoever knew a street stock could be so interesting? But yeah, guys, if you liked the video, found it informative at all, then make sure to hit that like button. And if you'd really like to hit subscribe to be notified of future videos. And I hope in the future, when I'm a bit more competent, we'll bring some really awesome dirt oval races. Until then, guys, take care, have an awesome day. See you next time.